Hey everybody, it's Tracy. Today is Monday, February 2nd, and I'm on my way home after work. I wanted to follow up with y'all about today's doctor's appointment and what the outcomes have been determined and our course of action. So, forgive me, but for a second, I'm just imagining my dad's voice in my head right now because, one, I'm driving, but as you guys can see, I keep my eyes focused on the road. I've got two hands on the wheel, but I'm kind of laughing because I was thinking about the dome light being on, and I was like, did anybody else's parents, growing up tell you that it was illegal to drive with your dome light on? Because mine definitely did. And it was a big lie. So, Dad, when you're watching, I'm on to you. I know it's a lie. And so I'm going to drive with my dome light on so that you can see me as we talk a little bit on this journey home. So today I had a follicular ultrasound followed up with some labs, and we went in. It's a 2-hour drive to the doctor's office, and so Trent and I were up bright and early because I try to get the earliest appointment so I don't miss as much of my workday, and within reason. Come to find out their earliest appointment is like 7 a.m. and I'm like, nobody wants me driving on the roads at 5 a.m. It's not safe for anyone. So if you ever hear that I'm on the roads and it's 5 a.m., you guys should probably just plan on staying home, okay? But anyhow, follicular ultrasound happened, and there was some differences this time that I can kind of remark on if this is not the part that you want to hear about how an internal vaginal ultrasound went. If there's any persons out there not wanting to hear about that, maybe jump off for a couple of minutes. But so I've been taking this new FSH shot, which is like your hormone shot, and I know that it like pumps extra hormones into you, and it's for egg production as well as just like growth and development, but the release of the eggs. And so I don't know if it was because of that shot or what was going on, but this follicular ultrasound was much different than the others because I don't know, I felt a lot more tightness, and it's gonna sound so stupid, I'm sorry. It felt like internally like I was swollen, because whenever they were using the wand to do the follicular ultrasound, it just seemed like I didn't have as much space going on as before, and it was really making me feel kind of crampy and discomfort. And honestly, I've had so many of them now, and I haven't had this response to the follicular ultrasound. She started by checking my left side and then moved to my right side and did press on my stomach twice when taking imaging. And anyhow, so I was kind of watching all the little details and heard lots of little click, 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 click pictures, and some typing at different times. And so I assumed that the typing was her like entering a note or a measurement or something like that. So I did figure that I had eggs available. But anyhow, you guys know the texts aren't to talk to you about any results or anything like that. And she didn't, but she did ask me at the conclusion of her part. She reminded me that I had labs, and then she was making sure that I had my trigger shot. And I said, yes, I even brought it with me, and it's in my thermos. And she was like, on ice, and I'm like, oh, definitely, it's got ice packs in there. And so she was just definitely like kind of communicating to me, you have that trigger shot, right? And so I do have that with, and reiterated that it would probably be, closer to noon before the doctor would be able to review everything and then give a game plan. And so once again, I received the news once I was at work and firstly relayed information over to Trent. Being very optimistic this time. I've just been feeling it. Like, guys, we were teasing today that, I'm such a skeptic, and I don't believe in fate, and I don't believe in karma, and I don't believe in things like that. It's like, cause and effect. It's a choice and a reaction to that choice. And so, but we were teasing that I'm like, I'm like finally feeling like my stars are aligned, and like this is meant to be and stuff. And so we were teasing that, I only believe in fate if it's in my favor. And so, I guess maybe I'm leaning that way right now. Feeling kind of kismic with it. But I heard back from the doctor's office that results were in. And first I got the follicular ultrasound results, like lab results, in my portal. And so I was looking over those and saw that on my left side, I have a follicle or an egg that's measuring about 14 point something millimeters. And then on my right side, I have one follicle that's measuring 22 point some millimeters and another measuring 17 point some millimeters. So when the doctor's office wrote back, and the doctor noted that there was 2 eggs at present that she's really looking at, because the 22 and 17 millimeter ones on my right side would be within that ideal range. Now, of course, there's still some hope for that 14 millimeter egg. It can still develop and grow, and hopefully it does, because then that would mean that we have 3 eggs available for this upcoming IUI attempt number 3. And so it's kind of funny, it just now hit me that my first IUI attempt I had 1 egg available. My second IUI attempt I had 2 eggs available. And now with my third IUI attempt, it seems like I might have 3 eggs available. So I am to give myself my trigger shot tonight. I'll do that after I get home. And then my IUI attempt number 3 is scheduled for Wednesday morning. So I can't believe it's February already either. So that will be February 4th, will be IUI attempt number 3. I'm feeling so hopeful, and I can't say that enough. And this is truly just an emotional roller coaster ride. And to think, like, Friday night, whenever I was hearing that my medicine wasn't coming in on time, and I had done, so much work and everything trying to secure that medicine, and it just wasn't happening, and I finally just kind of sat down on the couch across from Trent, and he's like, what do you need? And I'm like, I just need to cry. And which isn't like me, guys. I'm not usually so emotional about things, but I'm like, oh my gosh, I just need to cry. And he's like, so cry. And I was like, I can't, because I feel like if I cry, that's it. I failed. Like, there's nothing else. And so of course Friday I'm crying, absolutely crying, because I'm like, have I done everything? Have I done everything I can? Am I missing something? And so that brought forth all kinds of emotions and tears, and and then Trent, good Lord, like being a yin to a yang type of a thing, guys. Like, he absolutely is. I try not to say that I'm pessimistic, but that I'm a realist. But Trent is definitely the one that's more easygoing and optimistic. And Friday I'm just in tears, and then things worked out, and they worked out on time, and then I was back to being excited. And then I just knew going in today, I just, like, here's what we've been waiting for. Everything's coming together. This is the plan in motion. This is it. And so I couldn't be in a better headspace with this. And I just can't wait for Wednesday. I think we're going to be successful. And so, thanks for bearing with me and watching and continuing to follow along. And, everybody is going to hear updates as I get them, and just know that your support's very much appreciated. So I'm coming home, and I'll talk to you guys again soon. Bye, guys.